This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
Knowledge is power. Well, I'm so perplexed by the way these negators are coming up to tell us that they are going to prevent human trafficking through enforcing the law framework. Well, here comes a question. They told us about the toll-frees that will be provided by people so that they can easily report. And here comes a question ringing into my mind. How will those people get to access those toll-frees? Because according to my personal experience, it is very evident that those toll-free call numbers that are always published to the people, it is through the mass media, which we are calling sensitization. Well, on top of that, power sits not with those in possession of knowledge, but those who control who are in control and production as well as distribution. That's why we come in to tell you that by sensitizing, it's not only giving you the information, but we are looking at every sector. They did talk about the people who are not accessing radios, and according to the UCC, which evidently tells us that for the radios can work due to a widespread range of radio stations. For example, in Uganda, where there are 309 radio stations with very many languages catering for all tribes as well as every person. Well,
POI.
Not granted. Over 30 million Ugandans tune in the radio regularly. They did talk about people focusing on the mass media for entertainment, and I would like to bring you the information that with the sensitization we are planning very well, because according to the sensitization we are going to do, it is with the entertainment, then we put a pause, we bring in an advert about that human trafficking, so the attention will be there because people have to be sensitized, come what may, even though it is against their will. So you're being entertained, then they go for a commercial break. That's why we shall bring in the advert to show you that human trafficking is bad. And due to the fact that you'll be taking the short time, you have to stay there for it, hence getting the information. Well, another thing, we talked about using the literature. And here comes another question ringing into my mind. If these negators really think that it's only teaching done by the professional teachers, well, no. By integrating, but first of all, what is to integrate? That's what they didn't get. Well, I will shed more light on that one. Integrating, not granted. Integrating literature about human trafficking in the curriculum. It is, first of all, we can use the facilitators, not necessarily the professional teachers. And of which, if you're to be a teacher, you get the knowledge and you transport the knowledge. As we say that the power of the knowledge is when you have to distribute it. So by saying that the teachers won't be able to know how to teach about human trafficking, it is not part of it. Actually, the education can still be done, not even by the teachers. We are the advocates. Bringing about the curriculum, I would also like to bring it their attention that for anything to be put in the curriculum, it has to be agreed upon by the members of parliament and the ministries responsible. So it won't just come along. Then organize. Granted?
So you mean that when you are informed, you cannot be kidnapped?
Thank you about it. When you're informed, I say you cannot be kidnapped. Why? Because many people, we have seen, as our first speaker told you, that many people are being kidnapped because they are not aware. But if I'm aware, I know that they will kidnap me if I walk alone at night. Here comes a poster showing the illustrations. Instead of putting those posters of the musicians on the billboards in town, in sensitization, we shall rather put the illustrations about human trafficking so that they can, human sensitization caters for everyone in the country. Why do I say this? The illiterates who won't be able to read the newspapers have a chance of watching television, because you can't be both. Because if you're illiterate, you can at least get something from the television as well as the radios. Then the people who are educated can still read the newspapers, because about the written literature for the newspapers like New Vision, with a daily circulation of over 300 copies. With that, we are assured that many people will be able to access. If you are not catered for in newspapers, trust me, billboards are there for us, because we have many. After all, we have what we call the radios, the billboards, the newspapers, the books, actually even the movies that people see. It is all a way of change. And we end up by saying that we can improve the sensitization. Why do I say this? First of all, we have what we call a chain. There is a chain whereby we pass the information, and I will also be tasked to also pass the information to other people, making it spreading at a wider rate. And that's why we stand to say that sensitization and awareness are the most key factors in preventing human trafficking. Beg to rest my case.
Pano, in solving human trafficking, we see that we are solving a problem that is hand. And team of farmers are setting their parameters in Africa, where we see that human trafficking is at hand. And according to the new vision of 10th of August 2023, we see that 500 children in Kampala that is in Africa, aged between 10 to 18 years, are working as maids in Kampala. And we come to ask team affirmatives. The problem is at hand, and they are making people aware. Remember, these children have 10 years to 18. We are seeing a child with 10 years being sensitized being given information that there is human trafficking, and they are not solving and they are saying that awareness and sensitization is preventing human trafficking. We see that this child for the coming 8 years will remain under trafficking. Maybe this team of farmers did not understand human trafficking. We can tell you that even these children who are under the age of 18 and are employed, these children are under trafficking. And on this background, team of farmers lose this case because they are saying that awareness and sensitization are key in preventing, because they are making people know but not eradicating. And they are telling us that they are going to give that people, when they have jobs, they are aware they will not be trafficked. But we are looking at this a case in a point. A person is not having a job. A person comes with an opportunity, is giving that person an opportunity. Remember, this person doesn't have food. This person doesn't have anything. And the person is bringing an opportunity, is telling this person, I'm going to give you a job, and is kidnapping this person and taking him. And you are telling this person, remember, this person is aware, but he doesn't have a solution. So this person will be kidnapped. But here we are telling you that enforcing laws, if we are enforcing laws, these people will not be kidnapped, because those traffickers will not reach to those people. Also, team of farmers are telling us that they find sensitization and they brought force. And we are seeing that a person is being trafficked by force. Remember, he's aware, but they are trafficking him by force. And team of farmers are not addressing this, because this person will be trafficked, and the team of farmers are telling us that this person is aware, but they are taking him by force. This person will be trafficked because he is forced, because he is taken by force, but not because he is not aware. And team of farmers are not accounting for this. And we see that some people have mental health. You will educate them, you will make them aware, but these people will not stop. This will not stop them from being trafficked, because in trafficking them, they are not aware, but them themselves couldn't wish it. But because they have mental health, they have mental disabilities, these people will be trafficked. And we see that if they are sensitized and they are sensitized and they are made aware, but in the process, in a long run, they are trafficked out of ignorance, because they are trafficked because they have mental problems. These people will not stop from being trafficked, and team of farmers are not accounting for that. They are telling us that they will use newspapers to sensitize people, and according to reports, we see that only 2% of the population in the local area, or what we call villages, can access newspapers per day. And they are telling us that they are going to sensitize people through newspapers, and we are asking, if these newspapers are not reaching people, how are they going to sensitize those people to make them aware? And they are also not accounting for that. And also we told they were saying that in sensitization, they will be cutting down human trafficking. And we told them sensitization can help, but it should not be prioritized. And they did not understand that. And we are telling them that there is limited reach in sensitization. And thank you.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.